So we saw a bullish trading session for Tesla stock today, especially after the breaking news of Volvo joining teams with Tesla and adopting the supercharging network.
This is great!
Now this is honestly hilarious to me, considering the fact that just yesterday I put out a video saying that even in a short-term trading account, I wouldn't want to short Tesla at these levels, simply because at any day we could have another auto legacy company join the Tesla supercharging network. And lo and behold, we had Tesla bounce up after this news. Now, of course, I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know when exactly this is gonna happen, but it's very obvious that we're gonna continue seeing more legacy auto companies or even further EV companies adopting the supercharging network for Tesla. Why? Because at this point right now, if you're an automaker that is producing EV vehicles, you're at a disadvantage if you're not in the Tesla supercharging network. Why? Because, well, what is the main concern when individuals want to buy an EV? Well, am I gonna have enough range to travel? Can I go from the east side of the country all the way to the west side of the country? No. Why? Because there's a lack of charging stations. But if you join the Tesla supercharging network, well, that is solved. And so if you have a Ford vehicle, well, you're at an advantage because you have access to the Tesla supercharging network. Same for GM, same for Rivian, and now same for Volvo. So if you're an automaker that's not part of this list, you're at a disadvantage not only with Tesla but with all these other companies. So I believe that further down the line, we're going to continue seeing more companies join the supercharging network, which is obviously bullish for Tesla. Now, something else that I found very interesting is that Volvo is aiming to become fully electric by 2030, which kind of just lets you know that yes, there is still a trend and a push to go into EV vehicles. And so obviously if we have more automakers going into the EV space, right, well, that's obviously bullish for Tesla, because Tesla's already ahead of the curve when it comes to the fundamentals of being profitable in the EV market. So of course, if we have more Americans or just anyone else adopting to an EV vehicle, well, this is obviously good for Tesla, because that's a bigger pool of individuals looking to buy an EV vehicle. But it's also interesting because Volvo is the first European company to also sign an agreement with Tesla. So we're probably gonna see other companies like Volkswagen, maybe BMW, also join the supercharging network. Now at this point, we should honestly just make a bingo card of all the automakers who have and haven't joined the Tesla supercharging network, and I'm sure that pretty soon we're gonna see that bingo card get filled up. I mean, honestly, I should just make that bingo card just for the LOLs, but if you guys want to go ahead and do it, go ahead and make it, and you could DM it to me on Instagram or on Twitter, and I'll give you guys credit. But I might do it myself, honestly, just because it's very evident that we're gonna see this happen more often. But we also recently got news that Lordstown Motors is filing for bankruptcy. Now this is also kind of bullish for Tesla, because it's another competitor that's kind of being squeezed out of the market. Now of course, I'm not here cheering on that a company is claiming bankruptcy, because obviously you have to think of the 260 employees that Lordstown Motor had, which are now going to have to find another job. So obviously, I'm not happy about that. But as someone who is a long-term investor for Tesla, I'm kind of cheering just a little bit over here, because obviously this goes to show that all the unprofitable EV vehicle makers are going to get squeezed out, especially if this economic downturn continues, right? And so this is going to also put more pressure on even the auto legacy companies who are already losing money going into the EV space. And this is going to help Tesla, because I've often said on this channel, Tesla has pricing power, so they could actually survive an economic downtrend. Although their numbers are going to go down and the stock would probably go down, they would survive. And guess what? The companies that survive a recession, they thrive once the cyclical market changes. And so this is actually really good news for Tesla. Of course, again, unfortunate for the employees of Lordstown Motors. So of course, I'm not happy about that. However, even though today was a win for Tesla, we still have to pay attention to the upcoming catalyst events. For example, in yesterday's video, I talked about how we have Fed Chairman Jerome Powell speaking both on Wednesday and Thursday, and it's possible that he's going to reiterate a hawkish tone. I mean, he's going to be sitting with also other central bankers who are also very hawkish, and so this could also, honestly pose a little bit of a threat to the overall market, because hearing a lot of this hawkish rhetoric is probably going to scare a lot of individuals out of their positions with the idea that the Federal Reserve is going to have to hike again. But in addition to that, we also want to pay attention to the PCE report that is coming out Friday, because this is going to give us a little bit of a gauge of where we currently are with inflation. And so obviously, if we have good data, then we could kind of, ignore a little bit of the hawkish rhetoric coming from Jerome Powell. But of course, if we have bad data, well, that could also, pose a little bit of more selling pressure into the market. Now, when it comes to Tesla and my long-term portfolio, honestly, I do not plan on selling Tesla, as I am very bullish for Tesla in the long term. And in fact, I'm honestly waiting for Tesla to kind of come down to the 217 area where there's a lot of volume by price, because that could, present itself as a little bit of a support where I could go ahead and buy once the dip is confirmed to go back and bounce into an uptrend. So obviously, as a long-term investor, I'm kind of hoping that Tesla just falls down a little bit. Of course, if Tesla keeps going up, well, all the better, right? There's always going to be another opportunity to buy. However, when we're taking a look at Tesla from the short term, just as I said in yesterday's video, even if Tesla continues to fall down, right, I still don't plan on shorting Tesla. And again, it's the same reason as I said yesterday. We could have another auto company announce a partnership with Tesla with the Supercharging network, which is obviously bullish for Tesla. But on top of that, we also have to be aware that we're right around the corner for the Cybertrucks to start their production, right? So we still have more products down the product line for Tesla that could serve as positive catalyst events that we don't want to ignore. And so even from a short-term trading account, trading the fluctuations in price with Tesla, I still don't want to be bearish, right? Even if Tesla goes down, just because you could get really hurt badly, especially because I keep saying in all my videos that Tesla is one of the most shorted mega caps out there. And so just any good news could really squeeze you out. There could be a little bit of a short squeeze. And so from a short-term trading approach, right, I'm just waiting for the dips and taking advantages of these long days where Tesla, obviously bounces up. Now, for me personally, I didn't trade Tesla today. I kind of just shorted AMD for a quick scalp trade profit. Didn't do too much, but I am going to be paying attention to the rest of the week because that's when the real action takes place. But with that said, I also want to go ahead and make a confession. See, when I take a look at the YouTube analytics, I see that a large majority of individuals who watch my videos are not actually subscribed. So if you're watching my videos and you find any value or utility from my videos, consider tapping that subscribe button, as it really does help out the channel, and you could get updated on any future videos that I make with Tesla. And if you guys want to get updated on what my insights are for the overall market every single day, make sure to check out the first link in the description of this video. It's going to be a link for the Push and Profit program, where you have access to the private group, where every single day I talk about what stocks I'm looking to trade and invest in, and the reason why, along with my outlook on the current market situation. So definitely take advantage of that link in the description, because there is a 10% coupon code. And with that being said, guys, this is a quick video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to also watch this next video right over here where I talk about volume profile, or this video right over here where I talk about what is important when it comes to trading in the short term. With that being said, guys, hope you guys have a great day.